Ready?
Yep.
Well, how'd it feel? I'm sure you wanted to connect on that first go ball that Seth called up, huh?
Yeah, I did. Coach Cho called a great game. That was one of the plays that he dialed up, and of course I want the one back, but it was a good miss, so I'll take it.
Talked to him after the game, and he said, "Yeah, we're going to go after it." Does that sound like what you've felt and what you expect?
Absolutely. It was like that all spring. He's got a very aggressive mindset. He wants to push the ball down the field, and I'm all for it.
Jackson, we saw a lot of Deion Burks today. We've heard a lot about him. Just take us through that connection, how you guys have built that through the spring.
Yeah, Deion's a special player. It's one of the fastest kids I've thrown to. He knows how to get open, great route running, and he showed that ability today. I'm super proud of him.
When you got a guy like that from the slot, how does that change the offense? Because most deep threats are on the wide.
Yeah, similar to how it was last year when we relied heavy on Drake. People will start bracketing that inner guy, and that's when defenses start changing and start opening up different things defensively for the offense to run. So having a guy like that is super important because it not only changes what we do, but it changes what the defense does too.
Jackson, what's it like having the voice in your headset out there talking to you before the snap?
It's awesome. It was one thing that was introduced to me this offseason before we even got to spring, and they told me that this thing was probably going to happen during the spring. And when we actually got out there, it was weird at first, but I got used to it. I kind of stopped looking at the signals, but it was good. It was awesome.
And who's talking to you in there?
It's Coach Latrell.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's only Coach Latrell. He has like a radio, clicks it on. You have to like 15 seconds on the play clock.
How good did it feel out there today?
Felt good. Felt a lot more comfortable than I did last year, obviously, and even last December too. Just seeing the field a lot more clearly and making better decisions today.
Any reason no tight end game today?
I just think it was just the way the game was going. We're taking deep shots and
No real
things
reason.
happen. Yeah, no real reason. Things just happen. The flow of the game, I guess.
What do you think about that group of tight ends as a group of weapons?
They are a group of weapons. They showed that all spring too. Those guys balled all spring. Bauer, Josh, Kate, all of them. They balled all spring. I'm super proud of those guys.
What do you think about the way the offensive line played in front of you?
They played really good today. They gave me a ton of time, and especially on that first touchdown to Deion. I was sitting back there forever. I probably held the ball a little too long, but they did a great job today, and they pro'd it up really well, and we were able to run the ball really well too.
Mike had some ups and downs today. What advice do you give him as a backup quarterback when he goes through a spring game like he did today?
My fault. Just to keep his head up. This is the first of many games that he's going to play at this university. It's the same thing for me last year. I had those ups and downs, and for me, I just put my head down and grinded. Didn't listen to anything anybody said. Just grinded, and that's my advice to him.
How did you think you played overall? It looked like speed was better than ever, getting that third and 8 or third 8.5, right?
Yeah, I thought I played good. Obviously, there's some plays and some throws I want back, but overall, I thought it was solid. The O-line played great, and just the offense as a whole played great, in my opinion. O-line played great, receivers played great, running backs played great.
Jackson, where do you think you've grown and developed the most this spring?
I'd say my leadership is where I've developed the most. There's a lot of stuff I could say on the field, but I want to say off the field, just kind of getting with these guys and creating a great connection with these guys and kind of building that leadership and stepping into that role.
The connection you've built with Burks, has it come unusually fast? Or, you're a good quarterback, he's a good receiver, whatever?
That's hard to say because I've never been like that with any other receiver before. I've never this is my second spring only, and I've never had time to get with a guy like that before, but Deion's a great player, and to me, this connection came pretty fast. First couple weeks of spring, I was throwing touchdowns to him, and he was playing his butt off.
Do you see him just stepping right in and being a guy you'll go to just like Farouk, like a couple of guys that were not available today? Mm-hmm. Like he's going to be right there with them? Yeah, for sure. He showed his ability to play today. That says a lot about Deion, his character, and his work ethic.
You got a wide variety of different receivers, tall, quick, big guys, small guys. That kind of quarterback's dream.
It's a blessing, for sure.
When you work with different types of receivers, Are you knowing what they like already? Have you had enough time to kind of work that out? Is that something comes
Yeah,
to summer?
that was a big thing. We emphasized this spring was me getting on the same wavelength with those guys. Knowing, with Dion, I'd meet with Dion a couple times a week and go over certain routes. Even one of the routes he caught today is just stuff that I've met with him and talked to him about and got with him. And same thing with Gibb and all those outside guys too, where they want the ball and say fade balls or deep balls too, like where what they're thinking when they're making their decisions too.
How would you describe the quarterback room as a whole, and what are you guys taking from each other and learning from each other?
It's a very young group right now, as a whole,
Yeah.
but we're all bonding really well together, learning from each other's mistakes and each other's experience too, and it's been really good so far.
I know you mentioned young. Casey Thompson is in the room, new here,
Yes.
but has played in plenty of college football games before. Have you learned anything from him, or what do you take?
Yeah, Casey's through practice and through watching the film with our coaches days after practice, it's been helping me little tidbits about certain plays that he's ran at his other previous schools and just kind of teaching me the way they ran it and just kind of opening my mind to different things.
How comfortable are you now being the guy, having a whole off season to kind of get ready for that?
Yeah, very comfortable, and it really helps with my confidence too. Just knowing that I'm going in as a starter, especially for a game like today. Just because last season, Dylan was the starter the whole year. I go in for the Alamo Bowl, but it's not the same as now. Having this whole spring to get with those guys and step in and be their leader for them, it was really comfortable for me and helped me build a lot of confidence.
How important are these next couple of weeks as you prepare for off-season, as for summer work? How important is this time period for you and the team?
Extremely important. Just reflecting on everything that happened in the spring, good, bad, and different, and just also resting too. I got a couple weeks off and be with my family and just spend time with them.
How did you feel like your connection with Burks already looks like it's there? And I know you wish you had that one back. You kind of had so many big plays with him. He's got such a dynamic skill set. What's he going to mean to your offense?
It's going to mean a lot. He showed that today.
How do you think the new receivers, not just Dion, but all the new guys who have come in at receiver, are really going to, make an impact this season, especially going into the SEC?
For sure. Guys like Dion and Ivan and Zion made names for themselves this spring. Obviously, all three of them are learning the offense. It's new to them, but I think they did a great job handling that, and they showed that today.
Sometimes Jackson's got to get going. Anything else?